Hello, this is a video on how to play Hearts. And so Hearts is a game that is more complicated than other typical card games. And so this video will be a bit more in-depth um, and I guess a bit more complicated as well. And so a little bit of history on Hearts. Hearts was first found in America. I guess, I mean, in the 1880s. Players were first seen playing Hearts, and it also has many variants. So you may have already played Hearts before without knowing it. You may have just played a varied version of the game. And so the rules we'll be using in this video are the general rules. And so these rules are typically, I guess, universal, or they're the most common and widespread. And so let's just first talk about, I guess, the basics of the game. So right here, you see this scorecard in the bottom right here. The objective of Hearts is to get as few points as possible. So you want to get the least amount of points out of everybody. The game ends when the first player to hit 100 points. So when one player hits 100 points, the game ends. And then from that point on, you look at all of the point totals for each player, and you see which player has the lowest number of points. And so, um, just for basic scoring, each heart gives 1 penalty point, and the Queen of Spades is a special card. It gives 13 penalty points. And so, if you have these cards with you when the game ends or when the round ends, so if you have hearts with you when the round ends, you add up all of the hearts by assigning each heart a value of 1. So if the round ends and let's say I had 5 hearts in my hand, well then I would get 5 points. If the round ends and I had a Queen of Spades in my hand, then I would also add 13 points. And so let's just sort of go through the rules as we, I guess, play, because if we just talk about all the rules right now, it might be difficult to remember all of them. And so let's just start the game. So you hand out, this should be 13 cards. Yes, so 13 cards to each player, one at a time. So if you saw that, that was very fast, but it was clockwise or counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. But you hand cards to each player one at a time. So you don't just go 13 here, 13 here. You go 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, and so on. Now, when the game starts, and you can see this right here, you select 3 cards to pass to your opponent. So Mike has selected this card, this card, this card. Bill has selected this card, this card, this card. Lisa has selected this card, this card, this card. So now I too have to select 3 cards to give to my opponent. And so the cards you want to give to your opponent, since your opponent has them, you want to give your 3 worst cards to your opponents. And so you might be saying, which opponent do I pass to? Well, in the first game, you pass to the opponent directly to your left. In this case, Mike is directly to our left, so that's why we're passing to Mike. In the second game, you pass to your opponent on your right. So in the next game, we'll pass to Lisa. In the third game, we'll pass to Bill, so the opponent directly across from you. And in the fourth game, you don't pass your cards to anybody. So right now we're in the first game, so we'll focus on the first game. So we pass 3 cards to the opponent on our left, and you want to pass your 3 worst cards to them. And so these are typically your penalty cards. And so now you want to, I guess, pass. Now the strategy I'm going to use, and we'll sort of see this as we play, you want to try to get rid of any of your penalty cards. And so I have hearts here. And remember, hearts are penalty cards, right? Each heart is 1 penalty point, and the Queen of Spades. So we don't have the Queen of Spades, but we do have hearts. And so I'm going to give Mike my hearts, and then we'll give him our 3 of Spades. And the reason being is the higher your card rank, the better it is. I mean, the easier it is for you to take the trick. And you'll see what we're talking about. Right now, it's just a big convoluted mess. All these rules and all these little intricacies. You'll see what we're talking about. So the cards are ranked, the lowest being 2, the highest being ace, all the other cards in between. And so whoever plays the highest card in a trick is a set of 4 cards, so you go around the circle playing 4 cards. Whoever plays the highest card in a trick wins that trick. And so we typically want to try to keep our highest cards, but since the hearts are penalties, we're going to give them up. And so I'm also going to give my 3 of spades here. And so we'll give it to Mike. And so look, you see what just happened. Lisa gave me 2 hearts. Because hearts are penalties, nobody wants them, and so Lisa gave her hearts to me. And so typically at the start of the game, you'll see players either give their Queen of Spades or the hearts to another player. So just keep in mind, the player who has the 2 of clubs at the start of the game starts the first round or the first hand, and they must play the 2 of clubs. And so in this case, I didn't catch it because I was kind of focused on doing a demonstration. But you might have seen whoever had the 2 of hearts, the 2 of clubs, played it. And so, what do you want to do now? The objective is to get as few points. I guess the least amount of points as possible. And so remember, play continues until you have completed the cycle. Or so this would be until one player reaches 100 points. And so what's the objective? The objective is to try to not have hearts or the Queen of Spades. And so if you win a trick and it has hearts in it, that's actually bad. And so you have to just strategically pick which tricks or I guess sets of cards you want to win and which sets of cards you want to lose. And so let's just go through the rules as we go. So the player who has the 2 of clubs leads in the first hand, and they must lead with the 2 of clubs. And you cannot lead a trick with hearts until hearts have been broken. So, in this case, we're not even leading the trick, and so it doesn't matter, but you'll see what we're talking about. And so you have to follow the suit that has been played. So in this case, clubs have been played. If you have that suit, you must play it. So in this case, I have clubs, so I must play one of my clubs. If I didn't have clubs, then I can choose a different suit. So I'm gonna go with I don't know if I know that these guys probably won't play hearts, and so I'm gonna try to win this trick here. And so I won the trick there because I didn't really, I guess, you know, that was a beneficial trick because there was no penalties or hearts in there. And I did that strategically because I knew, hey, the only way these guys could play a heart is if they didn't have a club, because if you have a club, you have to follow the suit. And so I decided to take that risk. And so remember, we're going to keep going until we all run out of cards, right? And that's the first hand, and then the second hand, and we just keep doing that cycle until one player hits 100 points. And so hearts is a game that's better understood by just by watching people play. And so if what I'm saying isn't making sense, uh, it's probably to be expected. It wasn't making sense when I was just looking at the game. I actually had to play it a couple times to sort of get the hang of it. So it's our turn, and this is what I was saying. You cannot lead a trick with hearts. So if I just try to put this, right? This is what it says. You cannot lead with a heart until hearts have been broken. So somebody has to, you notice how Lisa played a club there? Somebody else has to play a heart on there, and you can only play a heart on there if you don't have the suit that the person played. So if I play a spade here, and Mike doesn't have any spades, he can then play a heart and break the hearts. And that breaks the hearts for the rest of the game. That means anybody else can start the trick in the middle with hearts. And so I'm actually just going to start it off with, let's just go with the six. And if you just heard that, hearts have been broken. So that means you can play with hearts. And so I'm actually just going to get rid of my penalty card because I don't want my hearts. And I know that a queen's higher than a jack, so I'm going to get rid of my jack. And so remember, I have a diamond, so I must play it. So you must follow suit. Um, let's uh, let's just get a jack here. And so Lisa wins. We do have a club, so we'll do it. And so that's bad for us. We got a point there, and so that's unfortunate. We're not gonna play a club because we know Mike doesn't have them. And so I'm gonna go with a low spade here. I won it. It's my turn again. Let's go with a spade here. Now let's see. There's an 8 there. Oh, this is bad. I have a heart, so I must play it. I believe. Guys, we are losing. We're not doing so good. But that's okay. And so let's just sort of see what we can do here. Queen, 6 of 4. Guys, I'm not doing good right now. I'm doing quite bad. So that's quite strange. Guys, this is brutal. And so that was the first hand. That's what's called a hand when everybody plays all of their cards. And so this is bad. Mike won the hand because he has the least amount of points. Remember, you want the least amount of points. So we're going to play another hand. And so you hand out 13 cards again. And notice what I said about the order. So I guess you sort of see how the game works now. You don't want to end up with hearts or the queen of spades. And so once one player reaches 100 points, the game ends. And so you also want to try to strategically pick what cards you want to play. And so on the first hand, you pass 3 cards to the person to your left. On the second hand, 3 cards to the person on your right. On the third hand, 3 cards to the person across from you. On the fourth hand, you don't pass cards. If you need to repeat extra hands because nobody has reached 100 points, then you just start off with the same order. So on the fifth hand, 3 to the left. Sixth hand, 3 to the right. Seventh hand, 3 across. Eighth hand, don't passing. And so we're going to pass 3 cards to Lisa. Obviously, we have the queen of spades. We don't want it because that's 13 penalty points. And we'll also give her our hearts. And I think that should be it. I guess we'll just give her spade. And so it's my turn. I have to play a diamond, I believe. I know I can play a club because that was the suit there. I do have to play a diamond here. And so you don't get any bonus for taking a trick and not getting any points, right? I guess you just take the trick. But you want to avoid taking tricks that give you penalty points. And so it doesn't even matter if we win this trick or not, so we'll give it to Bill. Unfortunately, we lost that trick. And so you might be saying, hey, who takes the trick? And I didn't really touch on this, so I should now. You saw that Bill played a queen there and I had a jack. And you might be saying, well, a queen is higher than a jack, so why didn't Bill take the trick? The player who plays the highest card of the original suit that was played on the trick. So the first suit that was played for the trick, so if Lisa played a a diamond, which I believe was played. I had the highest diamond out of everybody, and so since that was the original suit played, the player who has the highest diamond is the one who wins this trick, not the player who has the highest rank. So it's the player. I mean, it's the player who has the highest rank in the original suit that was played. And so, and then the player who takes the trick also starts the next trick as well. So we also have to touch on that. And so you can only play a suit different from the original suit that started the trick if you don't have any cards in that original suit. And so I guess that's basically all the rules. There is one more that we'll touch on later, but hopefully I just want you guys to sort of see the game play out. And so we'll kind of dim the commentary here. Now I don't have any hearts here, and so I don't think I can actually take this, and so this is beneficial for me. That's the Queen of Spades. We don't want that, so we're gonna go with a 5 here. And that was dumb. That was bad. That was bad. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. I should not have done that, but I would have won the trick regardless. I would have won the trick regardless. And so I do have the most points. So I am losing right now. And so this is quite a slow game. And so I hope you're sort of getting the hang of it. We're gonna give Bill our hearts. We don't like hearts. Um, um, and so hearts haven't been broken yet, so we can't. We're gonna start off with the. Holy smokes. This is bad. Start off with a 3. So it's been broken. That's a king right there, so we know we can play our Queen of Spades and give it to Lisa. We don't have a heart, and so it doesn't even matter. A diamond, we can play any diamond here. Oh no, no, why did I do that? No, 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 no. I mean, we would have lost that trick anyway, I believe. Remember, if you play, it's the person who plays the highest ranking card of the original suit. And so let's just start off with a 4 here. It's likely it'll get beaten, so that was my game plan. It doesn't even matter because that's not the original suit, so I can't play it. There we go. So I actually did very well this hand. I only got 1 point. And so we'll just finish one game because it is time consuming to get to 100 points. But I hope you can sort of see how this goes down. And so we're in a bad spot here because we can't pass any of our hearts here. And so we'll just start off with a card here. Oh yeah, with 2 of clubs, I forgot. So that's what's gonna happen. Jack. I'll just play that. Let's get a 5 there. I don't have a diamond. I do have a diamond. That's unfortunate. spade. And so you can also play hearts if you know. So if the original card that was played wasn't a heart, you can play a heart because you know that the person who played the original card is one of them who has the original rank is gonna have to take that the trick, right? So you can screw other people over by playing penalty cards because you know that they have to pick up the trick. In this case, it's diamonds, and we have a diamond, so we have to play it. It's a heart, and this is gonna be a low value. Yes, hopefully. Thank you. The highest is a king, so I'm just gonna get rid of my queen because I know I'm not gonna take that trick anyway. Let's go with a 5 here, in case somebody else plays a. That's a 9. We'll go with a 3. We do have a jack. We're gonna get 2 points there. That's unfortunate. No, 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 no. That was brutal. That queen of spades there. And so we're just gonna keep going until we get well, we don't want to get 100 points. So until somebody gets 100 points, but this is more of just a demonstration. Now you sort of get the hang of it. And this doesn't really matter. No, no way. I was just trying to get rid of all my high value cards, win any tricks later on, and I just won a couple, so that's unfortunate. We'll lead with a heart here. And Lisa has to play it. So we'll try to lead. No, no. Okay, there you go. 8 of diamonds. So we'll play a 4 because we want to play our highest card. That is also lower than that. It's 8 of hearts. We don't have any hearts, so we know that we can just discard our highest card and we'll be fine. 9 of diamonds. Play a 3 of diamonds. 10 of hearts. I don't have hearts, so we're fine. So that's Bill. Bill got obliterated in the 5th hand there. So this is a very long game, so make sure you have some time to sit down and play it. Remember, always check if you have the queen of spades. Spades. So we'll just get rid of that card right there. Oh no, at least we got the queen of spades. So there's a bit of luck here because you don't know the cards that other people have. Oh, so that's a heart. So we'll get rid of our no. We do have. We are screwed here because we have a club, but that lowest club is 3. And so we have to essentially play it. We are gonna take this. If we're gonna take this, might as well just play the highest card because we know we couldn't beat that card in value. So I'm just gonna get rid of my heart here. Force somebody else to get it. Oh, I know I don't have a heart, so I'm just gonna play my ace. Because I don't want to win tricks. I'm gonna try and play all my highest cards so I don't win tricks. It's better. You have nothing to lose by not winning tricks, right? Winning tricks just, I guess it's nice, but you don't get points for winning tricks. You just don't get anything for winning tricks. So if you can try not to win tricks, then don't win them. In this case, I'm gonna go 1 lower in case somebody plays a heart. They didn't that time. And this just keeps happening to me. I feel like I'm gonna. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a diamond there. I'll play my highest because there's no harm in taking that. Another diamond. No. Oh, okay. She played a jack there, and so And so everybody's sort of neck and neck here except for Mike. So this is a long game. I apologize, but hopefully you're sort of seeing the hang. I told you, I feel like you guys are getting the hang of it now. Once you start sort of seeing what to do. And so we're gonna give him our Queen of Spades as well because nobody wants that. We'll play our highest club there. We're not gonna lose. King. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, she broke it. So that's fine. That's fine. Let's just go with I guess a 7. That's good we did that because he played his Queen of Spades. That's an Ace of Hearts, and so I mean that's a whoever played the 6 of Diamonds there is gonna win it anyway. So I'm gonna play my 5. Right? Yeah. So that's just math there. This is a 4 of Hearts. We don't even have a Hearts, so we can't lose this. We'll just play our Ace of Spades. It's a 3 of Diamonds. We'll play our 4 of Diamonds there. Because if we played our 8 of Diamonds there, we would have had the highest ranking card that matched the original suit, which was a diamond, and so then we would have won the trick, but that trick had a penalty card in it, so we don't want to win it. It's a 3 of Diamonds, and so we can't lose, right? I mean, that's 3 of Hearts. We don't have any hearts, so we literally can't lose that. And so you see, it's beneficial to just not have any hearts, really. So that was a heart played. We can't even lose this, so we'll just go ahead and play Queen. Once again, we don't have the original suit, so we can play anything we want. We'll just play our 10 here. So I one hand 7, right? Because I only got 1 point, and so we're all neck and neck here. So this is quite a close game. Hopefully you're not bored. We're in that round where we can't swap any of our cards, so that's okay. That's a queen, so I know I'm not gonna lose that suit anyway. I'll just play my hash card. Yeah, it's broken. I know I can't lose that, so I'll play my hash card. Five of diamonds. 7 of spades. I'm gonna play 4 of spades. I did that right, otherwise I would have. No. I think I might lose this. Oh, okay. It's good I didn't. The original thing was a club, so I just need to play a club that's less than 10, so we'll go with 7. Oh, no. That was still the highest value club. What am I doing? Well, I would have won that anyway, so there's nothing I can do there. But that's unfortunate, right? I just gotta use my head a little bit next time. And so we just need it. Yeah, we won this. We can't do anything about that, so we got a hand there. It is kind of luck based as well, right? So we'll play our jack there. We'll play our 9 there. Our 2 there. And so we're getting close to that 100 point mark, but you see, it actually will take a long time to play this game, and so we have a very bad hand here. Why? We have a lot of hearts, and we have the Queen of Spades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass these cards to Mike. Trying my best, obviously, to just, be calm. And so it's my turn to click a card to play. Now, what card do we hope to play here? This doesn't even matter, so we'll just play the Ace of Clubs. And now it's our turn. We got to click a card to play. I'm gonna start out with a relatively middle value card. We'll start out with a 9. And so this is a spade. So that's a Queen of Hearts, and so whoever has the highest spade is gonna win. That's a 6 of spades. And so I know I can play this 4 and win. I mean, I not win the trick. And so that's a 5 of hearts. I just want to try to play a heart value lower than that, so I'll play my 3. And yeah, that's beneficial. That's a 6 of hearts. The highest is a 9 of hearts, and so I'm going to play my 8 of hearts because I know that I won't win that trick. This is 4. I have to play my 6 of clubs here. We lucked out. 5 of diamonds. We have to play our 4 of diamonds because we don't want that heart right there. And so we'll play our ace of diamonds because there's nothing wrong with winning this trick. Start with a relatively... Okay, yeah, that was a smart move by us. We do have to play our lowest spade here. Oh no. I mean, we can't even win this, so it doesn't matter. So that's fine. Bill won that. So that was a great hand by us. We got 0 points there, and we're actually winning because we have the lowest amount of points. We just need one of these players to hit 100, and when the first player hits 100, the player who has the lowest amount of points wins the game. And so select 3 cards to pass to Lisa. We don't have the Queen of Spades, and so I guess this doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pass my high value cards. I have the 2 of clubs, so I must lead. And that's great. It's Queen of Diamonds. I know I won't lose, so I'm going to play my 10 of Diamonds. When you know somebody has played a card that belonged to the original suit that was played, that's higher, that's a very high value, and you can play a card, play your highest value card that is lower than that. Because even if the player after you plays a heart and breaks a suit, you're not going to win the trick, right? And so that's just a common strategy. I feel like when you're seeing me play, you're seeing me use some strategies as well. This is a completely safe suit to win, and so I'm going to play my highest card here. And so we'll go to 7. That's like a decent middle-sized thing, right? So it's good I went with a 7 there because that was a decent middle-sized. This is a diamond. We'll go with a 6 because 8 is the highest anyway, so even if he gets it broken, it's not a big deal. And so that's an ace. 9 is the highest diamond there. 5s are only diamonds, so we must play it anyway. That's a 5. So we'll go with a 3. Yeah, that was a smart move. That's a 6. We're going to go with a 10. And so we won that, unfortunately. All of our cards here are sort of high value. And so can't really do anything about this. But yeah, we just got a bunch of points there. We did have a fairly high hand here. And when you have a very high hand, it's very hard to do much. It's very hard to do much. You just keep, because you always end up winning the trick, right? And so, we're actually in a bad spot. If Bill hits 100 points and Lisa has 55, then we lose. And so let's talk about the last rule. I mentioned the last rule earlier on here. And I believe that now is a great time to talk about it. And so there's an extra rule, and it's called shooting the moon. Now, shooting the moon is if you get all of the penalty cards. If you get 13 hearts and the Queen of Spades, then you get to give 26 points to each other player. It's a very risky move because if even one heart is with another player, you don't have all 13 hearts, and so you're just going to end up having a bunch of points. But if you do shoot the moon, so this is accumulating every single heart and the Queen of Spades, you get to give 26 points to every other player. And so we're going to give Bill our 3 highest hearts. And this is an ace. This is a safe card to, this is a club. This is a safe card, a safe trick to win. So we'll win it. We'll go with the 6 here. Good, we did that. Jack. This is a completely safe one to win, so we'll win it there. Let's go with the 6. And no, that was brutal. That was brutal. That's brutal. It sucks that we won that. But once again, if we can't get Bill to get 8 penalty points here. And so no. Guys, we're in a bad spot here. We have a lot of points this hand. A lot of points. We're in a very bad spot here. Very bad spot. What is discard our heart there? We're in a bad spot here. Bill actually survived quite well there. So this is getting quite long, and I apologize. But hopefully you're sort of seeing how this is playing out. Perfectly safe hand to win. I misclicked there. I meant to click the queen. But that's not a big deal. I'll play one less just in case he gets broken with the queen of spades. So she just broke it with a heart. I know if I play... I thought that would be lower than what Mike would play, but it wasn't. And that's just part of the luck of the game, right? And so we're not doing so well. I really hope Bill just gets 100 points because this game has been going on for quite a long time. Jack is less than queen, so we can safely play that. This is safe to win, so we'll win it. We do have a queen of diamonds, and that's not a big deal because it's safe to win. Let's go with the 8 here. And so I think we might win. Oh, okay. Mike won it, so that's great. And so it looks like Lisa is going to win this. She has just been on a tear. Me and Mike have been doing decent, but this has been going on forever. But essentially, the player who gets to 100 points is the player who loses. And the player gets to 100 points is when the game ends, and the player with the least amount of points wins. And so hopefully we can end it here. I sincerely apologize. This does show you that this is a long game. You have to have time. This isn't a quick game that you can play before you're about to go run some errands. It's a game that takes a long time. We're not going to play the Queen of Spades here because we're probably going to end up having to take it back. I didn't even realize that I had the Queen of Spades there, which is unfortunate. I should have given it to somebody else. Oh no. Oh yes. Okay, so Bill lost. And I believe this is going to end the game, and we lost. There's no way Lisa is going to get more points than me. And so we've lost this game. So that's just how it is. And so Bill got 111 points. Lisa wins the game, right? You can see right here because she has the least amount of points. So that's basically it. You saw how the hands were cycling, right? It was just the rules were cycling. Exchange 3 cards with a person to your left, person to your right, directly across from you, and then no exchange for the 4th. And so you saw how this played. It's quite a fun game. But it does take a long time, right? And so just remember to pay attention to that. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay safe. Take care.